This program lineup is brought to you by Vision Express.
KUAM TV8, first on Guam. KUAM News headlines are presented by Calvo's Insurance, protecting Micronesia for 85 years. Matson and the Adahi Itano program. Apply at matson.com. Cars Plus, Guam's automotive leader in sustainability and electric vehicles. Learn more at carsplusguam.com. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And King's Restaurant, serving your local breakfast, lunch, and dinner favorites for over 45 years.
Ahead on KUAM News Primetime.
Who makes the decisions within the Guam Police Department? Is it the top brass or the highest-ranking police officer?
Very first thing, so we catch them before they can get away.
Guam Customs officers training to prevent unwanted pests from getting on island. I'm Katie Azon with the story tonight.
Hafaday aloha from Hawaii. We're at the Carving Village outside of the Bishop Museum, where we're going to catch up with Guam and CNMI delegates. Stay tuned for the full story coming up.
Happening, good evening. Welcome to KUAM News Primetime. I'm Nick Delgado.
And I'm Destiny Cruz. Thank you so much for making us a part of your day.
Well, 4 teenagers are recovering tonight following a serious car crash in Hagatna.
Highway Patrol investigators are looking into how it occurred. Authorities have not yet released their conditions. It happened just after 1 a.m. today along West O'Brien Drive between Padre Palomo Street and Father Duenas Avenue. A blue Toyota sedan was seen mangled and wedged inside a jungle area at the base of the cliff. In total, 4 teens, a 16 and 17-year-old girl and a 15 and 17-year-old boy were inside the car. 3 of them were rushed to the Guam Memorial Hospital, while 1 was taken to Naval Hospital. The boys suffered minor injuries in the crash. Again, the crash remains under investigation. Well, the ages of the 4 involved in the early morning crash has led to many of our viewers sounding off online and asking about Guam's current curfew laws.
While thousands of youngsters are now out of the classroom and on summer break, the Guam Police Department's Sergeants Maggie Nabati and Eric Asanoma share this important reminder with the public.
Minors 16 below should be with a parent, guardian, or authorized adult to be out and about from their homes. Curfew hours are from Sunday through Thursday, 10 p.m. to 6 a.m., and Friday and Saturday, 12:01 a.m. to 6 a.m.
Anyone caught violating it?
They can face a fine of up to $500, and the minor, if they are not within the exceptions of the curfew law, can be taken into custody.
We should practice, always practice safety, whether it's the summer or even during the school years. Curfew does not only apply during the summer, it also applies during the school year. So just make sure that we know, as parents, we should always know where our kids are. And if we don't, then there's government resources out there, such as the police department, that can help you find your kids.
Parents have a duty and responsibility to know where their children are. And if they don't know, you can visit one of our precincts, make a report, and we'll assist you in helping to find your child.
And Guam's Attorney General has since requested for stricter curfew laws. In other news, who has the final say-so or the authority when it comes to decision-making and leading the Guam Police Department?
One can assume it would be the Chief of Police, but as Jonagan Charfris reports, is that really the case?
Could there be friction in the Guam Police Department when it comes to making decisions that affect personnel? It was in February when Colonel Joseph Carbolito was promoted to the highest rank in GPD. Soon after, the department's organizational structure was changed up, with the colonel, who serves as the police commander, now in charge of operations, services, investigations, and forensic science bureaus. Chief of Police Stephen Ignacio oversees legal affairs. Has the change created a form of disconnect? It was back in March when KUAM reported on a verbal order handed down within GPD by Carbolito that the use of Sinahis were prohibited, citing the given unprofessional appearance. Ignacio was unaware of that order at the time. In a unit directive issued by Carbolito on May 9th regarding office protocol, although he states he has an open-door policy and welcomes anyone to speak with him on issues, due to time constraints, personnel need to call and schedule an appointment. On that very same directive, he details that any and all documents that need his review and disposition need to go through a specific route before it gets to him. In one recent instance, a unit directive from a division chief regarding canine home care, dated May 14th, was signed by Carbolito. The unit directive provided standard operating procedures for canine home care and how handlers must submit overtime or compensatory time off hours. Responding to the unit directive was Ignacio, who rescinded and canceled it in its entirety. In an email sent to the division chief, Ignacio writes, quote, "As the appointing authority, I am the certifying officer for overtime work. This should have been routed to me for review." Ignacio went on to state, quote, "You have no certifying authority for overtime or CTO and therefore cannot commit personnel to work such hours." This causes a disruption in the chain of command, and as such, would cause the lower ranks to wonder who really is in charge of the department.
Well, more than $5 million in unclaimed child support money now up for grabs. That's if you are owed the cash. Thanks to a new public law, a total $5.5 million was freed up. The Child Support Division at the Attorney General's office saying this now allows them to resolve a 3-long-decade problem to get the funds to the children and either parent.
This money has been sitting in a government account. I think it was even the subject of a criminal investigation when some administration had tapped into the money, and it had to be immediately returned. But it's been a problem for the AG's office for quite a while, and the legislation that was passed is intended to get it out of the government's hands and put it back into the custodial, the non-custodial, or potentially even the kids who are all adults now.
The law now allows for a clear process to ensure either one parent gets paid or refunded their money, or the funds will go back to the government of Guam. For more information, you can call 671-475-3360 or visit oagguam.org.
Guam Customs is getting some needed training to prevent pests from getting on the island.
KUAM intern Katie Azon has the story.
Did you guys offload the truck already?
The Guam Customs Quarantine Agency is working towards improving efforts to keep unwanted pests off the island. Guam Customs agents taking part in enhanced trainings over the past few weeks. The lesson, giving them the skills needed to thoroughly inspect agricultural products.
So recently we conducted the ACER training, which is the Agricultural Export Commodity Requirements training. With all of our officers, we did it agency-wide, and that right there is, the ACER itself is a database from USDA to deal with and to help the public and officers alike to help us determine the intricability of agricultural products.
Guam Customs Officer Patrick Gray shares the importance behind it.
There's a very long list of problems or issues that could occur because of smuggling or non-declaration of goods, and it's very specifically for fresh fruits and vegetables or even live plants, to include meat products as well. They could be harbors of certain pests, diseases, viruses that could come in through live plants and through even cuttings.
He admits the smuggling of agricultural products is not a significant issue for Guam, but
really it would end up becoming if somebody knowingly tried to sneak something in. But for the most part, most people are bringing in commodities that are restricted entry into Guam itself. So smuggling, we don't see very much of it. It's still there. We get a lot of I didn't know it wasn't allowed in, and I didn't know the requirements. So we deal with that more so than we do smuggling.
So the best thing to do is declare.
Yes, declare it.
While this looks like an ordinary bin, there is actually a longer process for getting these regulated items properly destroyed.
Officials even showing us how they start the process at their Tizen location.
Even though you've been asked 3 times and you keep saying no, and we actually find this, then you're subject to fees actually.
An important step to keep the island safe from more invasive species. Katie Azon reporting for KUAM News.
The
mission to save the raceway is back in front of the Guam legislature. The race is on to get car enthusiasts back on the track.
And the latest from the Festival of Pacific Arts and Culture, regional correspondent Tomas Mengloña with the latest from the delegates of the Marianas.
Welcome to Kmart, your 24-hour superstore since 1995. Always there for you day or night. At Kmart, we're committed to offering you an extensive selection of products at prices you won't find anywhere else. From the essential to the exceptional, our aisles are alive with possibility. Bloom with confidence, style, and savings this spring. Discover stylish clothing that fits your budget without compromising on quality. From trendy pieces to timeless classics, find the perfect look for every member of your family without spending a fortune. Then pamper yourself with our selection of essentials from nourishing shampoos to rejuvenating beauty products and soaps. And let imagination soar with our selection of toys and games for kids of all ages. At Kmart, experience the thrill of discovery as you explore our aisles, filled with a variety of quality products that cater to your every need. From groceries to home goods to outdoor essentials, we are the ultimate one-stop shop. Dive into an unparalleled shopping experience where quality, variety, and savings await at every turn. Shop smart, save big at Kmart, your 24-hour superstore.
Let your people know. When it comes to the pickle to chicken ratio, some people, they playing in your face, but not the McCrispy. Let your people know. When it comes to the pickle to chicken ratio, some people, they playing in your face, but not the McCrispy.
Welcome back to Prime Time. Tonight, justice is once more taking presidential history into new waters. The first child of a sitting U.S. president has been convicted of a crime.
While many of us here were still asleep, a jury in Delaware found presidential son Hunter Biden guilty of 3 federal counts related to his purchase of a gun during a period he was using drugs. After releasing a statement in which he once more vowed to accept the verdict, President Biden flying to Delaware where he was greeted by his son Hunter on the tarmac. Ryan Nobles is in Delaware with the latest.
Tonight, President Biden arriving in Delaware, hugging his son on the tarmac, after Hunter Biden became the first child of a sitting president found guilty in a criminal trial.
No one in this country is above the law.
It took just 3 hours of deliberations for 12 jurors to unanimously determine that Hunter Biden was guilty of 3 felony counts for lying about his drug use on a federal background check in order to buy a gun. Special counsel David Weiss, who oversaw the prosecution, saying this was not a case about Hunter's struggles with crack, but his decision to break the law.
His choice to lie on a government form when he bought a gun and the choice to then possess that gun. It was these choices and the combination of guns and drugs that made his conduct dangerous.
Inside the courtroom, the president's 54-year-old son did not react as the verdict was read. He left the courthouse holding the hand of the First Lady, later releasing a statement saying, "I am more grateful today for the love and support I experienced this last week from Melissa, my family, my friends, and my community than I am disappointed by the outcome." The verdict comes after 4 days of damning testimony from people who are or were once close to Hunter Biden. Many testifying about his drug use around the time he filled out the background check, saying he was not a drug user. Zoe Keston, his ex-girlfriend, testifying she witnessed Hunter smoking crack every 20 minutes or so. The prosecution also using clips from Hunter's own book.
I had no plan beyond the moment-to-moment demands of the crack pipe.
The defense had argued Hunter Biden did not knowingly lie on the form. Tonight, we spoke to juror number 10, who asked that we conceal his identity.
But you felt, you and your jurors, separating the politics from the case was not
Absolutely,
difficult.
yeah, yes.
And how,
this was, for us, it was not politically motivated. So, politics never played in anything that we said in the jury room.
President Biden, who said he would not pardon his son, writing, "Jill and I love our son, and we are so proud of the man he is today. Jill and I will always be there for Hunter and the rest of our family with our love and support. Nothing will ever change that."
With no place to call home, the island's racing community has undoubtedly had to shift gears.
But they aren't staying neutral in the fight to save the track, even peacefully pulling up to the legislature for the cause.
The race is on to reopen a place called home by many.
I missed the track a lot. I low-key kind of forgot how to put on my helmet.
From longtime racers to young smoking wheels champions like Tal and St. Nicholas, the island's racing community not losing their drive to save the Guam International Raceway.
I'm just hoping to accomplish to save the track and make everything free.
It's a desire shared by lifetime car enthusiast John Birch, and one that fueled a peaceful display of his race car in front of the Guam Congress building over the weekend. Birch, alongside St. Nicholas and other members, doing another lap there today, ahead of next week's public hearing on Bill 287. The measure would authorize the Chamorro Land Trust Commission to enter into a commercial lease or license for a subdivided portion of a lot in Jigo for the raceway.
These things don't make money. This is pure passion. So we would like a tax exemption like the other facilities, other sports facilities. We would like to see that commercial lease or licensee to change, to a legislative lease.
Birch not letting his foot off the gas as he continues to see the fight to save the track through to the finish line.
Just show your support, bring down your written testimony or oral testimony. We just need everybody to come out, show some support for opening up the Raceway Park. And hopefully we could win the hearts and minds of some senators.
Meantime, Birch says he's received support from bill sponsors Speaker Therese Terlahi and Senator Chris Barnett and Acting Governor Josh Tenorio. The public hearing for Bill 287 is set for June 20th.
An update to a federal jury tampering case. Co-defendants Raymond Martinez Jr. and Juanita Moser Martinez will now be fighting the charges filed against them in the District Court of Guam. This after District Judge Susan Malway denied their motion to dismiss the case. The couple argued double jeopardy after a second mistrial was declared in their federal drug case. They also contend prosecutorial misconduct, calling for the charges to be tossed. But the court denied it, stating jury tampering was only considered after the second mistrial because a juror in that trial was allegedly tampered with. Jury trial is set for August 12th.
Nearly an additional $5 million. That's what the Guam Fire Department will be requesting from lawmakers at the agency's fiscal year 2025 budget hearing Thursday morning. According to GFD Acting Fire Chief Joey St. Nicholas, $2.7 million of the requested increase will go toward the Next Gen 911 contract as well as operations to include the paramedic and basic life support programs. Funds would also help with parts and repairs. Currently, GFD has 6 fire trucks in the maintenance shop. The budget hearing gets underway at the Guam Congress building at 9 a.m. Thursday. Pacific nations are convening under one tent outside the Bishop Museum in Hawaii, exhibiting the skill and tradition of carving.
Regional correspondent Tomas Minglotnia speaks with CNMI and Guam delegates taking part of the 13th FestPac. Here's more.
It's the sound of carvers from across the Pacific working under one tent outside the Bishop Museum in Hawaii. Each nation at the 13th Festival of Pacific Arts and Culture carefully cuts and shapes their pieces.
We're tasked to carve a 14-foot-long steering paddle for the double hull canoe.
For NMI carvers Tyler and Albert, It's a first-time experience for them at the world's largest celebration of Indigenous Pacific Islanders, and something they've been working toward for a long time.
It's so exciting to be here, especially my first time here in Hawaii. So I've been seeing different kind of people, learning different kind of things from the other countries. So it's good. It's an opportunity for me to learn more.
I feel awesome being around all the carvers and learning from them, talking with them, eating with them, sleeping with them. We're staying here together also, and it's a one-of-a-kind experience, and I'm very grateful and honored to be here to represent Saipan.
It's an experience that Guam carver Robert Taichano Jr. carries on from his late father.
My dad, the master, just passed 2022, so we're just reviving the culture, you know. I'm just filling in his spot, and, you know, it's fun to represent Guam. It's all everybody collaborating and then, you know, all working together. Right now it's been all positive vibes ever since we got here, and that's how we like to keep it, you know. And then, you know, you could collaborate all your art together and learn some things too.
Tomas Manglonia, KUAM News, Hawaii.
Wow, I hope he brings back some of those carvings or some kind of creations from FestPac.
Right? It looks so cool,
I don't
especially
think he's
in the
coming
beginning.
back this way, but you know our address, Tomas.
Come on, Tomas.
Destiny's asking.
Mm-hmm.
Now for a look at your world at home.
Here's a beautiful view captured from the Sandown at Tumon Bay.
Look at that crab.
Whoa.
When my career in 1999 took me off of Guam, I wanted to go and learn more. I wanted to gain more experience. I was able to operate at the highest levels of Washington, D.C. I was a Deputy Assistant Secretary at Housing and Urban Development. I was the Deputy Inspector General for Iraq Reconstruction, reporting to a Secretary of Defense, a Secretary of State, and 8 committees of Congress, both the Senate and the House side. Guam is how I got there. I was able to succeed because of everything that I learned. But I was always going to come home to bring that experience, to bring that back to Guam so that I could do something that made a difference. I'm Ginger Cruz, candidate for Congress, and I approve this ad.
We start with her and her local business. We start with them, celebrating 30 years. We start with big.
Welcome to Dusatani. How may I assist you today?
Keep doing your best. Congratulations.
Small and growing businesses. We start with global connections and make them local. At GTA, we start with your business.
You think KFC's new pizza isn't pizza because it's made with crispy fried chicken? You think the marinara, mozzarella, and pepperoni aren't enough? Well, you're right. It's not pizza. It's chizza. Only at KFC.
afraid, keep the smile on your face. The moments you can't replace, and I'll be around. Whoa, you can count on me. You can count on me for life.
Wherever life takes you, we're always here for you. Calvo's Insurance. Count on us for life.
How deep do Pizza Hut's roots run in the islands? Through all the decades, we know what you love. Great taste at an even better price. Like our large one-topping carry-out pizza for just $15.99. You choose your favorite topping: pepperoni, olives, sausage, or any other single topping. Our $15.99 large one-topping pizza. Order online and carry one out today. Only at Pizza Hut, the island's best.
Find a plan that goes with your flow. Get unlimited local talk, text, and data at the most affordable rate with Unlimited Flow Postpaid.
Hey everybody, Hafatay. Now I know October 12th is a ways off, but we want you to save the date. Please lock this in your calendar because our friends over at Vero, Victims Advocates Reaching Out, are having their 3rd annual Purple Gala. It's going to be held on that Saturday with the theme Guput Samoro Futmat. It's fundraising going towards victim services and operational costs. Very, very good people here that are dedicated to doing good work. You want to take to the skies with the University of Guam's Drone Corps because they are heading straight up. And that's where they're taking you in your career path. You are going to find a lot of things that you can do really, really fun too. So make sure to check it out. You must be a U.S. citizen, at least a part-time student at UOG or GCC, and have a 3.0 GPA. Get involved. Drone Corps at triton.uog.edu. And is there anything better than the ocean up in Rota? You know what, Guamanians, it's worth making the trip over there because there is a Rota Ocean Fair Fun Day. If you got time, head up there. That's this weekend at Dededo Beach, starting at 9. That's what's happening on News Bites today.
Time now for birthday wishes.
Here's your Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club shoutouts, which you can submit on KUAM.com.
Happy birthday to Marty B, and cheers to 5 years aiming high. Guam is missing you, your shout out says. And Marty, we hope you're having a wonderful birthday. Also, happy birthday number 32 to Racia Charfers and to our girl. We miss you so much. Hope you have a wonderful day. We love you. Say Dad, Mom, Joan, and the entire family.
Happy birthday to all of you celebrating out there this hump day.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. That's your primetime show. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Nick Delgado.
And I'm Destiny Cruz. Have a safe evening and stay beautiful.
Junk cars abandoned like this one here. Hafatay, I'm Nick Delgado. This is the hub. This is just one problem among many more that people are hoping our elected officials address this election season. And tonight we explore 3 villages in the northern part of the island to see just how bad of a problem it is. Take a look. All right, so we're going around the island where we clearly know that there are junk cars, abandoned cars, just left on the side of the road. So right now we're in Laddie Heights area, heading towards Route 15. In Paget and Zigo area to check there. And look, we already have one right here. Just one of more to come. So the issue of these junk cars, while it's nothing new, it was brought back to my attention, especially by visitors who used to call Guam home. They expect to come back to the paradise that they once knew, right? And instead, they drive all across the island to find scenes like this. Look at that. The cars burned, some of them just broken apart, smashed, mangled, and left on the side of the road. Okay, we just started a couple minutes and already our 6th junk car, 7th if you missed it on the side in the jungle. Let's keep a count. 8, 9, 10, 11. And this is only in the Manila area. We have to check the Jigo side of back road. And this is only one road of the entire island where there are these junk cars. Just exited from Manila, now in Jigo, still on back road, Route 15. And now the count's at 15. At the last, 16. 17, 18, 19. So we now turned on to Route 1 Marine Corps Drive, heading back south. Still here in Jigo. We'll see what we can find. We pulled off Route 1 now to Bartulo Street. Last count off Route 15 was 19 abandoned cars. And here on Bartulo, we have 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. There's several in there actually. Roughly 26. Okay. I was about to turn around, but then we find 27, 28, and a mattress. Stacked here, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, and some tires. Whoa. I counted about 42, 43, 44, 45. Did you say 50? Did you estimate 50 that we were going to count at the start of this? Yes. We're close. And that's only 3 villages. Manilao, part of 3 villages. Manilao, Jigo, and Dededo. 45. 46. 47. That's nearly 50 cars that we counted in the half hour that we went between those villages of Jigo, Dededo, and Manilao. And that's just the start of more of the eyesore that people are aware of across this island. Next on The Hub, we continue speaking with the mayoral candidates in the contested races for the primary election. Keep it here.
Honey, do you want some milk?
Do you ever wonder how your favorite products make their way into your local stores? Most arrive on state-of-the-art Matson vessels that transport containers of food, household items, equipment, and supplies into the islands every week. Because we know that you depend on us, we work closely with our partners to ensure that our shipments arrive on time, all the time, so you can find your favorite products when you need them. We transport the region's most precious cargo that supports successful businesses and promotes a better quality of life for our families. Matson is proud to have been the hometown shipping carrier for Guam, the CNMI, and Micronesia for the past 25 years, and you can count on us to be here for generations to come.
The innovation you've been waiting for is here. Built on the 16X Cheez-It platform, it's the first flavor matrix stable enough to make a Cheez-It tostada possible and cheesy enough to power the Crunch Wrap. Because if you want to change the world, you have to bring something big to the table. Think big.
Welcome back to The Hub. We'll take you down now to the capital city of Hagatna, where 2 candidates are vying to be the next mayor of that village.
It's the island capital. According to the Mayor's Council of Guam, Hagatna is located in the center of the island and part of the Cotton District. The village derives its name from the word Haga. Haga means blood, and that this village came about due to the bloodlines of families and relatives that helped to establish it. Hagatna became a village when the Spaniards decided that the area be the capital of the island, it's where you find places named after the saints, as the city is also the seat of the island's religion, Catholicism. The three branches of government, judicial, legislative, and executive, are located here. Also, it is the center of all commercial activities with legal offices, banks, department, variety stores, insurance, technical and professional services, and recreation facilities. And after about 2 decades of sitting as the village mayor, John Cruz is stepping down. On the ballot this primary to take his seat is Giovanna Limtiaco San Agustin and Michael Thomas Cruz Gumatautel.
Buenas and half a day. My name is Giovanna Limtiaco San Agustin, Familia Cueto. I am running under the Republican Party of Guam, and I am honored to introduce myself as a mayoral candidate for the village of Hagatna. I am a lifelong resident of Hagatna, and I humbly ask for your vote to help make our beloved capital thrive and prosper. I bring with me 34 years of government experience as a public servant, and that have shaped me into a compassionate and dedicated leader. My commitment to serving the people of Hagatna is unwavering. I pledge to work for you, our community, and collaborate closely with the Mayor's Council of Guam to ensure we are moving in the right direction. One of my primary focuses is mental health, with a particular emphasis on supporting our veterans and addressing the homeless. Homelessness is a big issue within our village. I believe that by working together, we can make a significant impact. I am committed to partnering with the Veterans Affairs, the Guam Behavioral, and the Guam Homeless Coalition to ensure that those in need have better access to the care and services they deserve. By addressing these critical issues, we help reduce the risks faced by these vulnerable populations, but also provide them with the proper care and support they need to lead healthier, more fulfilling lives. Together, we can create a stronger and more compassionate Hagatna. My key platform pillars are transparency and governance, implement open town hall meetings, foster partnerships with local businesses and organizations, securing federal grants for village improvements, youth adult and senior programs, establish a neighborhood watch program to foster a safe community environment, the village beautification and maintenance, the mental health and well-being. I thank you for considering me as your candidate. I look forward to the opportunity to serve you and our community with dedication and heart. Again, my name is Giovanna Limtiaco San Agustin, Familia Cueto, mayoral candidate for Hagatna and the Republican Party. I ask for your vote on August 3rd. I am number 1 on the ballot. Sizuas Maasi.
Afide, I'm Mike Gumatautal, and I'm running for mayor of Hagatna. And I've been working at the mayor's office for 15 years, and I think now it's my turn to make a difference in our village. At the mayor's office, what I do is I go out in the community, and we basically are the custodians of the community. We cut grass, we pick up all the trash, we handle whatever the concerns are in the community. I mean, there's a lot of concerns, and everybody has different concerns, and we at the mayor's office take care of pretty much all of those concerns. I mean, like I said, when trash in front of your house, the green waste, all of those things. Typhoon comes up, we take care of everything that you don't take care of. Family member passes away, you guys call the mayor's office. We help set up your house for that funeral, or for that family gathering, or even celebrations. If you have a celebration at your house, we help with those too. It's not just the negative, it's not just the sad parts in your life, but we're also there for the positive parts in your life as well. Let's see. Other than cutting the grass and keeping it clean and trying to keep our homeless at bay, that's pretty much the daily life at the mayor's office. That's what we do every day. like I said, are custodians of the village. We take care of it. We addressed all the problems, not just some of the problems. We don't have that luxury of some of the problems. We have all of the problems to take care of. Okay? That's one of the things I've learned at the mayor's office. You know, why you should vote for me? I think I'm. You can come up to me and talk to me about your problems, and I can do my best to help you. You know, I'm approachable. I'm. It's hard for me to say no. That's something that I've learned also there. Saying no to your constituent is not something you ever want to do. You just do your best to try and help them as much as you can. You know, there's always going to be someone that's going to be upset, but you know that's how it is. I'll do my best to make your life as easy as possible. You know, whatever we can do at the office to help you with anything, really. I mean, just call us up and we'll be there.
Coming up next on the Hub, we head up north to Dededo to hear from the candidates in the vice mayoral race. You're watching the Hub.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Guam is truly a majestic place with its sheer natural beauty, wealth of beaches, and culturally rich landscape. Unfortunately, Guam has a real problem with unwanted invasive species. Help us in preventing their introduction and spread. The coconut rhinoceros beetle, the little fire ant, the African snail, Siam weed. These are just a few of the numerous invasives on Guam. Follow proper custom procedures when bringing plants and animals into Guam.
Help protect Guam. Tell your family and friends about invasive species.
To report invasive species, call 475-PEST.
Welcome back to the Hub. We take you now to Dededo, where there are two candidates vying to be the next village vice mayor. Take a listen.
Crime and illegal dumping is a problem in this northern village. According to the Mayor's Council of Guam, Dededo is where most of the population on Guam presently centers. The village's longtime mayor is retiring, and her vice mayor hopes to fill the role. The contested race in the primary include Democrat candidates Samnak San Agustin Obina and Ann San Agustin Leon Guerrero.
Hi, Hafaday. My name is Samnak Obina. I am running for vice mayor for Dededo. I am running on a Democratic Party. So what I would like to really share out there for the public, especially for Dededo residents, is I want you to know a little bit about me. You know, because with everybody else that's running, I know there's like a big platform that they're throwing out there. But for me, I try to keep it simple, only because for me, I don't know who could really be prepared to be a vice mayor, only because with the everyday work shift, it changes, right? I'm one of those that, you know, working for DOE for almost 16 years, you know, you don't expect to get the same thing every day, you know, and I think that's what I can really bring to the table is that my hard work, my compassion, because it does, you know, take a big role working in the school system. As for community services, I've done community services since way before I even decided to try to run for vice mayor. The kids that I work with, the kids that I volunteer coaching with, takes a big part of my heart, right? And again, there's so many things that we could talk about and talk about and talk about. But again, for me, coming in, and I'm coming in raw, right? Because like I said, I don't feel like anybody could be really prepared to take the position as a vice mayor, because things do change. And it's not only day by day. Sometimes it's like minute by minute. And again, I am very flexible in adjusting myself. I'm very flexible at making decisions. Again, if I make a decision, because I've also coached for almost 20 some years, that coaching comes in to where you learn to adjust. And that's another thing that I'm going to bring to the table. There's a lot of things going on in the community with just Dededo alone. And again, me listening, my hard work, and again, my compassion, those are the things that I'm really bringing out to the table. Because for me, I'm not going to find any problems in the office, really. The problems and the issues are out in the residents. And that's where I like to be. I like to be outside, typhoons, growing up, born in 1978, we've gone through, some storms. And, I know it brings fear to a lot, but for me, the only fear is that I have with storms is having to deal with families that are going to be, hurt by the storm. But as for me coming out and reaching out to as many people as I can during a storm, that's where I come from, because I have no fear. The only fear is I don't like to see, the people hurting, it could, because again, my heart, my compassion, right? It stems from seeing a lot of hurt people, a lot of people being, maybe left behind, felt nobody's there.
Buenas, Jan Hafade, Magandan, Umagat. I am Ann Shimazu San Agustin Leon Guerrero, and I'm seeking the office of Vice Mayor for our village of Dededo on the Democratic ticket. I lived most of my life in Dededo. My parents are the late Speaker Jyoti San Agustin and Carmen Shimazu San Agustin. My work experience consists of administrative and customer service skills utilized during my tenure at the University of Guam, where I retired from in 2021. I recently resigned from the Community Affairs Office at ALUP, where I engage in incoming constituent calls for assistance. I realized from many of the calls I responded to that it would be initially entertained to the mayor's office for their assistance. Allow me the opportunity to attend to and provide a response to constituents before having to reach out to the governor and attend the governor's office for assistance. If I'm given the opportunity from the resident of Dededo to be the next vice mayor, I would start with an assessment of the present services offered at the Dededo mayor's office. Collaborate with the various government agencies on services provided, point of contact from these agencies, and have the information readily available for our residents. This will provide awareness of the village concerns and needs to include addressing constituents' concerns regarding government services received by the mayor's office via phone call, walk-in, email, or meeting face-to-face with the mayor or the vice mayor and their staff. Illegal dumping is an ongoing problem. Each time an area in the village is cleaned up, a new pile of illegal dumping resurfaces. And many times it's in the same place that was cleaned up before. An in-depth study will be conducted on how it is presently handled and what needs to be addressed to minimize illegal dumping, especially in certain areas that continues to be an ongoing problem. Work with the fire and police department on ongoing incidents that has transpired in Dededo, which includes various areas such as Kaiser, Fern Terrace, Metechi, Astumbo, Ipaupa, and all other locations in Dededo, to identify the needs and provide village information to assist the fire and police department in their quick response to emergency situations, such as accurate, marked, and mapped out street address with house numbers. Also provide our Dededo constituents with additional information on the immediate medical services offered and provided by the Guam Fire Department, ambulance, and GPD in the event of an emergency. In addition, I collaborate with our private business within our village on services or products they provide that our constituents may need presently or in the future. Our village of Dededo consists of a wide range of multicultural and diverse population. I have a plan to invite them all to display what each culture is all about via events within each year in a specific location in Dededo for a learning and shared experience for the residents of Dededo, which happens to hold the largest population on the island. I look forward to serving our village of Dededo. I humbly ask for your support in the primary on Saturday, August 3rd, and in the general election on Tuesday, November 5th, in being your next Vice Mayor of Dededo. Thank you, Sujus Masi. Salamat po.
We should also know we did try to speak with both candidates, including the incumbent in the village of Asin Maina. Both said that they are unavailable this time to speak to voters. Keep it here. The Hub continues in a moment.
Is KFC's new cheetah pizza?
Fried chicken? That's not pizza.
That's right. It's not pizza. It's cheetah. Only at KFC.
I wanna live and feel like chase my dreams in the sky, oh, in my pursuit of happiness. Oh, in my pursuit of happiness.
To all the dads who help us live our happy Father's Day.
Mabuhay! Join KUAM Digital this June for Kamayan, a digital feature celebrating Filipino food and delicacies in honor of Philippine Independence Month. Join us on the social media platforms of KUAM for this weekly feature showcasing the rich culinary heritage of the Philippines. Discover the tastes and the tales of Filipino gastronomy with Kamayan, a series that will have you saying Masarap only on KUAM Digital. Presented by Pepsi, That's What I Like, and Panic 45. Now offering the Taste of Philippines brunch buffets, Tuesday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at their Tumon location.
Honey, do you want some milk?
Do you ever wonder how your favorite products make their way into your local stores? Most arrive on state-of-the-art Matson vessels that transport containers of food, household items, equipment, and supplies into the islands every week. Because we know that you depend on us, we work closely with our partners to ensure that our shipments arrive on time, all the time, so you can find your favorite products when you need them. We transport the region's most precious cargo that supports successful businesses and promotes a better quality of life for our families. Matson is proud to have been the hometown shipping carrier for Guam, the CNMI, and Micronesia for the past 25 years, and you can count on us to be here for generations to come.
And again, problems like this junk car here, just one of many more that voters hope our elected officials address this season. All you have to do is hit the polls on August 3rd to pick the leader you think is right for the island to make sure that the problems like this are actually addressed. I'm Nick Delgado. Thank you so much for watching this episode of The Hub. We leave you now with a check-in over at the Guam Election Commission to hear about early voting. For now, stay safe.
Tom, early voting is about a month away now.
Oh, yes. So the 2024 primary election vote center will be returning to the Western Resort, Guam. So beginning July 15th to July 29th, voters can come down to the Western Resort at the mezzanine area and cast their vote there. We'll be open from Monday to Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Nice. And on holiday as well this year here.
Yes, including the holiday this year.
Which is Liberation, if you guys are keeping count of what the holiday is. And so will the process be just as simple? I remember in the previous election, there was assistance for those that, when going to parking, there were shuttles that helped them up to the mezzanine area as well for those that needed that extra assistance. Is that something that's being discussed and planned as well?
That is something that's still in the works. We will be doing accessible voting down at the garage level at the Western level, and we will also be looking forward to providing shuttle services from the parking lot up to the mezzanine area.
Nice, so it gives you that couple weeks before the August 3rd primary to kind of get your vote in if you want to beat the rush ahead of that primary date. And as always, you'll need ID when you go to the polls.
Yes, you need a validly issued ID. So that can be a Guam driver's license, your passport, or even your Guam driver's license, your passports, or any validly issued ID by the government.
Okay. Also, something I recall from early voting was it's kind of like a one way in, one way out process, right? And so that's something similar I'm sure we can expect. What I liked the most about it the last time was not only did you get the cool I voted sticker, but Weston had the incentive for some discounts. Hopefully we get that this year, cross our fingers.
Crossing, we are hoping that we can probably get some incentives, but that's something we are looking into at the moment.
Yeah, but go out there, exercise your rights to vote this election. And early voting also includes those off island, right?
Yes, those who may be going off island by the time of the election. They can also come into early vote as well.
So early voting starts July 15th. What else do the voters need to know?
Sure. We would like to encourage our residents who have not yet come out to register to vote for the primary election to come to the vote center from July 15th to the 18th. That way they can go ahead and register to vote and also vote at the same day. So we do want to remind our voters that today, the 18th, is the last day to register to vote, as well as the last day to transfer your voting district.
Okay, get out there right now, and if you need more information or more assistance, you can come down here, check Tom or some of the staff at the Guam Election Commission offices in Tumaning. Go to gec.guam.gov. Tom, anything else?
No, that's it. All right. Please come out and vote. Yeah.